Are we experiencing deja vu? It's a question many in the real estate world are asking themselves right this minute. Let's rewind to the fourth quarter of 2022, way back when prices were plummeting, competition was scarce, and it felt like a buyer's paradise out there. Fast forward to September of 2023, which is present day, obviously, we're starting to see some familiar signs of those times. Kids are back in school and the holiday season is on the horizon, but have homebuyers completely checked out for the approaching fourth quarter? It's starting to feel that way, but let's see what the data tells us. If this is your first time to my channel, my name is Bern McGovern. I am a realtor here in sunny San Diego, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing as we post new videos about San Diego every week. Okay, now let's look at some market trends. The median sale price of a single-family home in San Diego County reached a staggering $1 million in August. That's up from $969,000 in July, and a significant leap from $886,000 in August of 2022. It may appear that prices will continue to go up month after month with no end in sight. However, we need to remember that current trends are always a month or two behind before they show up in the data. The sense I'm getting is that the home buying market may go into hibernation this winter. Time will tell. As I mentioned in our YouTube live last week, mortgage demand has hit a 27-year low. The Mortgage Bankers Association, typically very optimistic about rate predictions, now forecasts rates to reach 6.3% by Q4 of this year, up from a previous estimate of 6.2%. They've also adjusted their predictions for quarter four of 2024, originally set to be 4.9%, to a new estimate of 5.4%. So they're not quite as bullish as they once were. Regardless of how accurate these predictions end up being, the common theme is clear: rates should be much lower next year than they are currently, which should be welcome news for potential home buyers. This also could potentially encourage more sellers to make a move and help alleviate our inventory shortage. Now let's turn our attention to the supply of inventory here in San Diego, one of my favorite topics to talk about. Inventory levels are slowly creeping up, much like they did at this time last year. As a reminder, a normal supply of inventory falls somewhere between 4 to 6 months supply of inventory. Higher numbers like 6 to 7 months supply indicate a buyer's market, while lower numbers such as 1 to 2 months supply of inventory signify a seller's market. Currently, we stand at 2.4 months supply of inventory, the highest level we've seen since November of 2019, which was just before the pandemic. Will this trend continue? I believe it will be for the rest of 2023 at the least, but it's likely to decrease if rates start to come down in 2024. Only time will tell. So what does all this mean for those people that purchased homes in the last year around that 6 to 7% interest rate? Well, you might need to wait a little bit longer before considering refinancing. According to creditkarma.com, you should consider refinancing when rates are 1 to 2% lower than your current rate. I also think this depends on how high your loan amount is, as the higher the loan amount, the bigger the savings are typically. Realtor.com has just released its 5th annual Best Time to Buy report, and it pinpoints the week of October 1st to 7th as the prime opportunity for buyers in 2023. Despite the rise in mortgage rates, housing economists at Realtor.com anticipate a perfect alignment of a few key factors during this early fall period. And they are as follows. Number 1, reduced competition. Families with school-age children like myself have already settled in the school year routine, reducing competition as some families become occupied with their busy schedules like dance competitions and soccer games. This is expected to lead to a cooling of buyer demand by a forecasted 18%. That's pretty high. Number 2, savings on home prices. Historically, during the best time to buy period, around 5.5% of homes see price drops compared to 3.3% during the typical high season. This price drop can translate into substantial savings. Prices can dip more than 10% below their peak during this week, potentially saving buyers tens of thousands of dollars, especially here in San Diego. Number 3, more homes to choose from. While inventory may be lower compared to previous years, seasonal trends are expected to boost active listings by 11% during the first week of October compared to an average week. And number 4, more time for consideration. Homes are expected to spend an extra week on the market during this period, providing buyers with 29% more time to weigh their options, reducing the rush decision-making and the likelihood of buyer's remorse. I don't know about you, but isn't it nice not having to make the most expensive decision of your life during a 20-minute showing of a house? I think this is a good thing. One last note that I found interesting: nationwide, nearly 60,000 home purchase agreements were canceled in August, equal to 15.7% of homes that went under contract that month. That's up from 14.3% a year earlier. It marks the highest percentage since October of 2022, when mortgage rates surpassed 7% for the first time in 2 decades. So there you have it, folks. The real estate landscape in San Diego is showing some familiar signs, but it's not all deja vu. If you're in the market for a new home, the first week of October might just be the perfect time for you, at least according to Realtor.com. Be sure to stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you're ever looking to buy or sell here in San Diego, I'd love to help you out. Thanks for watching, and catch us next time. Bye.